Hello, guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of your favorite podcast, lovealadijonnaise. God, how much I loved saying that sentence, actually. Welcome, you all, guys. Thank you so much for being here once again on another amazing weekend with us. Thank you so much for giving us the time to be with you in your car, in your headphones, in your phone, or whatever you are. If you're in the bathroom. Also, thank you so much for listening to us.
We appreciate it.
Yes, and welcome, my baby.
Thank you, baby. This beautiful introduction. I also like when you say, welcome back to lovealadijonnaise podcast. And yes, wherever you're listening to us, thank you so much. Thank you for your support. We love you guys. And we hope you're doing well on this beautiful weekend. Hopefully it's beautiful today that we're recording. Again, it's cloudy, but it's okay.
It's a beautiful day for me.
For you. Anyways, I'm fine. How are you doing, my love?
I'm fine, thank you. Very happy for being here.
Me too.
Well, today, guys, we wanted to talk completely about long distance relationships. We're gonna touch a topic that has to be a lot with a real struggle that all couples that were in a long distance relationship face. Okay, what's this real problem that we face?
The real problem that we face is how to solve problems or how to make the other person feel cheer up if they're sad, because you can
mainly about how to solve a problem in the distance.
Yeah. But it could be like if they're sad, if you have a problem, an argument, whatever, because you can really hug them, for example. You can really talk face to face, you know. So how do we solve this problem?
Yeah, well, basically, now to you guys, like, how many times have you been in an argument, not really a fight, but literally that you have a tiny argument with a person,
or
with your couple.
Discussion.
Exactly, like a tiny discussion. How many of you have been in the problem that actually you don't even know how to solve the problem? Why? Because first of all, you don't want to talk to each other because you're maybe mad at each other. And then you have this huge problem that is called distance. It's not that you can go to the house of this person and actually say, hey, let's talk about it. It's not like you can hug the person, or maybe the person is really depressed, maybe because of different reasons. Can be the relationship, can be something at work, something at school, something from family, it can be whatever thing. You can't even hug the person. You can't kiss the person. The person can't feel you, okay? How are you going to solve this problem that usually it will be way easier? That is not even easy, but it will be way easier to do it if you work together. By trying to shorten this distance. That will be the first thing I will say.
And how do you do that?
I think the main thing you can do is by proving the person that you're actually right there. Even though the person can't feel you or see you in person, literally physically there. You can try to make the distance a bit shorter. How? By sending messages, by doing a video call, by doing cute things for it. Now let's pass to the part okay, we have an argument, we don't want to talk to each other. I will say but this is me, fairly this is my personal advice. I will tell you, don't talk to the other person in that right moment. Why? Because you're just gonna screw up things more.
You're gonna make things worse, especially if you're one of those like Felipe that he wants always to talk in the right moment to solve the problem, but he knows that I behave like a 2-year-old child, and yes, I admit, and I just keep saying not terrible stuff, but stupid stuff that don't make even sense just because I'm annoyed. And what in reality I need is my time, 5 or 10 minutes, 15, just to calm down and then solve the problem.
Yeah, I don't even try anymore. To be honest, I don't even try anymore. If I see she's annoyed at something, it can even be at me. I mean, it's not...
Could be a situation,
yeah,
whatever.
It could be a situation that she had here right now, and I can't even help. I don't even try to help her anymore, because if I see that she's annoyed, what I do is literally tell her, not even on a voice note, I tell her in a text message. I say you know what, I'm gonna give you your time, I'm going out for this, we talk in a bit more. And actually it sometimes passes more than an hour that we're not talking or snapping or something. Why? Because I'm giving her the right time. And usually by the time I come back and I text her and hey, do you want to talk? Usually she accepts the call, and when we're talking, I say like, okay, what's going on? Like, what are you annoyed? And those type of things. But as you can see, I mean, I think like we already talked about this in another episode. I think it was on second season, like literally what to do if you have a problem, but never meaning like literally if you are in a long distance relationship.
No, it was
in
in
distance.
general.
Yeah. But it's one of the best things actually you can do. Like literally not talking, giving the other person the distance, but not applying, as we call it in Spanish, la ley del hielo, which means like the law of the ice. That's how we
Meaning like being
rude to the other
and
person.
then like, okay, I'm not gonna talk to you because I'm annoyed.
Yeah, and ignore the person.
Okay.
Because this thing that we call in Spanish the law of the ice. That's how we say it. It's literally being annoyed at the other person, but actually making the person to see that you're annoyed because you ignore them, you are rude, you tell them bad things, and that's it. And it's very different to do that thing, to get to an agreement and say, you know what, we're talking a bit more just because we don't want to get into a fight.
Yeah, and that maybe you both need space, and 5, 10 minutes, 15, doesn't matter, of like a long time to calm down. If you're like that, or if one is like Felipe, he wants to solve the problem and I need my time, and as he said, he doesn't even try anymore.
Yeah.
But usually when we are in distance, I usually get annoyed at situation that happen here, not really at you, because you
not really
rarely. We never argue because of our relationship. It's not that we have trust issues or those type of things, or like, oh, you're not allowed to go with your friends out and you and me get annoyed because of that. No, it's basically the situations that happen in our daily life.
Yeah, or if I'm not feeling like talking because I'm annoyed at something, I tell you, you know what, like, let's just talk later.
Yeah, you're like, okay, give me an hour, half an hour just to...
Yeah, because I mean, to me, it happens a lot that if I'm annoyed at something or I'm sad at something that it doesn't even have to be with relationship, I'm like in automatic mode and we don't talk. I mean, we are talking, but I'm not really there. I'm not even putting attention to what people are telling me and those type of things. So
he's ignoring me.
Stop. So because of that, and because I want to avoid those type of situations, I tell her, you know what, right now I'm not really in the mood to talk, so give me just a few minutes, I mean, a couple of time. And when I'm ready, I text you and we can talk about it. And usually not usually, every time, we end up talking about those things and we're fine.
The only thing we need is like some time.
Yeah.
Just to clear our mind and think about it. And then we talk about situation that happened to us and we share what happened, you know, just to let the other person know how we feel, what happened, and maybe they can help us with an advice or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's one of the hardest parts of being apart when you have a problem, because as we were saying, like, there's no way you can hug the person like we will do, because for example, Sam and me, what we have is like whenever we have an argument but we are together, I mean, the same thing applies. Like, we give ourselves the time to think and stuff, like maybe half an hour without talking or something. We both do our things and that's it. And when we are ready, we talk, and at the end we have something that is we always hug, you know, like that's our way to close the argument and then continue with our lives. But of course we can do that in the distance, so it's just finding a couple of things. Also, now coming back like to the fact that maybe someone can be actually sad and those type of things, we have something that is like literally watching videos and stuff. And even when we're in the distance, I literally, for example, me, I put my tablet and I flip the camera and we watch the video together. Why? Because the important thing is just distracting the person.
Yeah, distracting the person and laughing together. And really our thing is to watch funny videos on YouTube. We love that.
People falling and hurting
themselves. Or stupid drivers or something. And we apply it also in the distance. We're feeling sad or just like not in the mood to be happy, like, you know. But also what I think is what I like to do is sending memes, funny ones.
Oh yeah,
because
always.
I find them a lot.
Yeah.
And just makes other person distracted, as you said, and then we talk about meme, just making fun out of it.
Yeah, usually she's the one that tags me on memes on Facebook.
Yes.
Usually. Most part of the time, she's the one that's tagging me on memes on Facebook.
Well, I find good memes.
Or even on Instagram. Sometimes you send me like a couple of things on Instagram.
Or what else I think is very helpful is if you send them a voice note, saying like that you're still there for them, although you're far away, that you love them, that whatever they need, they can tell you when they're ready.
Yeah.
Just make them feel that they know that you're there, as I said, although you're not there. Or I don't know, send a tiny video of yourself if you think that it's gonna help them, that they also see your face and not only hearing your voice.
I know. And now related to this, I mean, I was thinking about that. Sometimes I consider that we are even closer, even when we're in the distance, that we are closer than couples that are in that right moment together. Meaning what? Maybe you can be in front of your, I mean, those ones that they're used to being seeing each other every day. Like, they're together, but really they're not together. They both are on their phones, or maybe
that's very sad.
Each one of them, they're in their own thoughts and stuff. And maybe we are like more than 10,000 kilometers away, we are even closer than they are. Why? Because if we are talking, we are in that moment talking. We're not doing anything else unless we need to, but every time that we need to do something is like, hey, we can be talking, but I'm gonna be doing this.
Yeah, we let each other know that we need to do something. But you're right, because usually they're, as we call it, in automatic mode, and they're just there existing, but not coexisting. As we had already an episode on our... Was it last season?
It was on second season.
Second season.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are way more closer than the other couples, because like it's just, this is our time. We only have 2 hours, an hour and a half of like fully talking without getting distractions, because we both are busy. So let's just use that time. Doesn't matter if we feel sad, if something annoyed us, if we had a great day, we just let the other one know how our day is, how we felt, and if we need something, that the other person can, I don't know, cheer us up, motivate us with something, give us an advice. We're there to listen.
Yeah, always. And I mean, for you guys, we know this is a common problem, and this is one of the most complicated things, and I think it's one of the main factors for long distance couples to actually break up, because they don't know how to solve a problem in the distance. And it's normal. It's completely normal. But you just learn to do it. I mean, we're just giving you a couple of tips. I'm sorry. But, tics. I thought about... It's an animal.
And for you Spanish-speaking ones, garrapatas.
Garrapata, it will be like... the thing is, we have like an inside joke with ticks in summertime. But the thing is, like I was saying, like, we're just giving you tips about it. And... the only thing we can tell you is that in order to solve a problem in the distance, you need to pretend that the distance doesn't exist.
Because if you think, you're right, I like what you said, because if you think about it, it's like every other relationship. It's just the only thing that's there is distance.
It's a distance.
It's the same relationship. It's a relationship, and as you said, you need to pretend that the distance is not there. Yes, you cannot physically hug the person or be face to face, but you can still talk, cheer them up, give advices or about the problem, to solve the problem you two have. Because like also other couples, they're like that. One needs 5 minutes, 10 minutes time to calm down. The other one gives them the time. They come together, they talk about. And at the end, they hug and kiss. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, maybe the problem takes less to be solved. That can be actually true.
Yeah, that one for sure.
But nothing else. I mean, there's any other difference. It's still the same relationship, as you said. And also, I think I've seen some pictures also on Facebook about it. Like, there are different ways of hugging. It's not only the hug. I mean, if for the couple, a good meme and a good love is nice, then that's a hug.
Yeah.
If, I don't know, a message saying like, hey, how do you feel? Also can be a hug. I mean, there are different ways of hugging someone that it doesn't really involve a hug.
No, showing them that you appreciate them and love them and you're still there. And another thing I would point out, if that it's easier if you send a voice note or call rather than text, because text messages sometimes can be misunderstood.
Yeah, no, I mean that's completely
But it's in every
true.
relationship.
No, I mean that's in every relationship, and also because of text messages, it's like we were saying the other day. But just because, I mean, you didn't send an emoji, maybe the other person says like, oh no, he or she's mad,
Yeah,
just because you didn't send
text
a
messages.
freaking emoji. But yeah, you should be very careful with that, of course. But also, I mean, if you have the opportunity of sending a voice note, or even better, doing,
Call.
I mean, the video call, it will be way better because that's how you can actually shorten the space between you.
Yeah, and that the solving the issue you have takes less.
Yeah, it's gonna take way less time.
But I think that was it with what we.
Yeah, and that's actually gonna take less time.
But I think that was it what we wanted to tell you in this episode. I hope for you who have long distance relationship that you found some tips, useful tips. But just remember, there are plenty of ways, as we said, to send a hug and show the love to the person, although we're like far away.
Yeah, it's not impossible, guys, as we always have told you. It's just you need to get used to it and making an extra effort. That extra mile of effort or kilometers you want to call it. But they usually call it like extra mile.
Yeah.
That extra mile of effort, that's the main key to survive to a problem in a long distance relationship in the right moment that you are apart from each other. So just put an effort in it, believe in it, and never let the situation get over it.
No, of course not.
There's always time, and there is a right time to solve the problem. Don't allow the problem to increase, to turn bigger, because if not, it's gonna start being harder.
And it's gonna affect your relationship.
Yeah. But well, as Sam said, that was pretty much it. We hope that you have enjoyed actually this tiny episode that we had prepared for you. That you had found some cool information, some nice tips for your long distance relationship. And well, we expect to have you here next weekend with a new topic.
And as we always say, you can find us everywhere on social media at lovealadijonnaise podcast. And we'll be back next weekend with another topic, as we already said.
Yes. Have a very cool weekend, guys. Bye bye.
Bye bye.